It says an error occurred with your guest destination. We inform them so they can fix it. There is
Yeah, here,
something wrong.
here I can't go in Twitter. That needs a premium. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's remove that and connect to YouTube on there. Let's see if I can present my screen. Okay, screen, full screen. It's here on the top. You can go on the YouTube, then connect your account or go live.
I think that's done actually.
No, no, don't start here. Let's see on Twitter. Let's start it. New YouTube. Okay, not this one. No, that's not live now.
It's not live. Okay.
Yeah, come here. On that, that's the option.
It says you are it says unlisted. Okay, so all I have to do, I have to change from unlisted to public. Just a moment.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that makes
Changing to
sense.
public, and
Let's check
now it should
here.
appear. Let us check. First page. Yep, live actually. Live trading FOMC meeting. Is that what I see?
Let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're on live now. Great. That's here.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we are live on YouTube. That's wonderful. That's what we wanted to achieve essentially. We are not using the YouTube software, but we're using this beautiful StreamYard, and it's working fine from what I can see. I'm together here with Astra Makers, the OG trader from 2014, the BitGet master, one of the top copy traders in BitGet, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
And
then
today,
last year, I got the top one rank in my country on the copy trading and the best builder award in the same time in the last year.
well, that's impressive. And how do you think you're a very well experienced trader? How do you think, what is the outcome of the FOMC meeting today? What does it mean for the Bitcoin price? How can it affect Bitcoin?
Well, the things get a little bit different from the last years with the adoption of ETF and institutionals. I think the BTC can go to 200,000 this year. We have I think it's 12% from the last 88. So that's a very, very good pattern actually for the Bitcoin. We're keeping above the 19,000. That's a pretty good signal in solid one. Then that can push more volume in the market for a continuation of the trends.
You consider yourself more a long-term holder or a short-term trader?
It's long term holder.
Mhm, mhm. So you're not you are trading, right? Because I know you're trading. You also have an awesome strategy that I hope you will present today to people. But you have your bigger positions into a long-term portfolio. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I have some Bitcoin on hold, but I on the perpetual not yet.
All right, all right. I understand. Okay, great. So a couple of days ago, you presented me a very interesting strategy. Would you like to share your screen and showcase how do you trade, how do you use that strategy, and maybe we can all learn from you.
Yeah, of course. Let me share the screen and
Let's
show a
do it.
little bit of my strategy. The screen, you can see my screen now.
Just a moment. I have to add to stage. Yep. Now you can see your screen. Correct.
Great. Okay, that's it. The BTC, actually, it's very, very close for a breakout. Oh, It's very close to breakout here, and I think with the FOMC of the Fed today, we can have increase of the trades. That that's your sound.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I added some music. I added some music, so it's not that boring for people. So that's great.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
got it, got it, got it. Okay,
we have the max extension right now of the Fibo, and I think assured maybe after this breakout, the next point should be 106,000 for the BTC. We have also uptrend channel. It's there. It's ready to be broken. Let's push that for here. That session and here. That's very, very, very classic pattern for the upside.
mhm,
We can see here the price are testing the bottom and the top of the channel. In there, it's some confirmation for the breakout and he test the final point of the Fibonacci. That's very, very,
oh,
very good pattern.
okay, got it. So you're very bullish now on the current pattern, right? And what
Yeah,
is
of
this pattern that
course.
we have on the screen? Is it the Elliott waves that you like the in blue, or is it some kind of a different pattern?
It's there. Let's show. Here, it's the time sessions. The start
Okay,
of session, 21 o'clock. That's from Brazil time, but it's 00 UTC. That starts a new day. That's for now, it's hunting.
okay. And these light blue lines, basically, is it yeah, is it the
Yeah, the daily open. That is the
yeah,
daily.
but the ones on the screen, the blue lines on the screen, yeah, in the middle, right here, yeah, yeah, yeah. Is the
Let's see.
Fibonacci or that you mentioned?
I'm not a big fan of Ethereum, but you have a similar pattern here. Ethereum and BTC walk together. That's a very nice thing on the market because when the BTC is pumping, not only the Ethereum pump together, but almost all altcoins because the dominance of the BTC that can push everything up.
Mhm.
The
Okay,
dominance is increasing. That's a good side. But for the altcoins, we need a low dominance for the comes the out season.
okay. Don't you think that Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin in the next few months?
Yeah, Ethereum is right now that's very sideways. We need the breakout
Yeah.
of 1,900. That's the final confirmation for the Ethereum. Yesterday we have some rejections because the downtrend of the BTC and the volatility, but that's getting a little bit force on the trend. We can see on the daily open, it's there. The market's it's reacting pretty good well. That's a good confirmation for the long side. And that's more or less, let's see how much percent, it's 16% of rise
Yeah,
in just one day. That's crazy.
that is indeed crazy, actually. But I actually have some big plans for Ethereum and for some other coins. I would like to share my screen maybe and show something what I have, what I think that will happen with Ethereum actually in the next couple of months. Let me
Okay,
just
okay. Are you looking Solana or only BTC and Ethereum?
actually, I'm not looking much into Solana, but I believe Solana can as well perform well. Um, uh, Basically, I'm looking into any altcoins that present good opportunities according to my strategy. But do you see, I'm a big fan of the Bitcoin dominance chart. Do you follow Bitcoin dominance in general?
No. In general, but I use that as parameter for can
Uh-huh.
raise the altcoins.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I basically also base my altcoin trades according to dominance. Like if I see that on the dominance we are overbought, so basically we are overextended like we are right now. You see, we had a phenomenal run last 6 months. It was only Bitcoin dominance up. So from 55% to now 65%. It was like straight arrow, you see? And
Yeah,
at the bottom of the screen, I have a stochastic indicator. So
I
basically
can see your
stochastic
screen.
indicator.
Your screen, you don't share it as well.
I'm not showing my screen.
Mm-mm.
Sorry. All
Okay.
right. I'm adding it to stage. Wonderful. Now you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'll just delete what I just painted and I'm going to repeat myself. So what do we see on my screen is basically the Bitcoin dominance. And what I was saying before is that you see, we shoot straight up from the 55%, which was in December 2024. We shot straight up. And we're now at 65%. So basically, holding altcoins in the last 5, 6 months was very unproductive. I mean, you could make much more money on Bitcoin than on majority of the altcoins, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's why I always opt for Bitcoin later than
Yeah,
altcoins.
and that makes sense. However, what is actually happening right now is that at the bottom of the screen, you can see the stochastic indicator, right? You can see, and I marked the tops of the stochastic. So for example, we have the top here. We reached over 80. We marked the top in the Bitcoin dominance. Same happening multiple times. Here we reach top and we have at least a short retracement. At least after the top, we don't go straight up. We kind of go slightly down or we consolidate. In this case, we actually had this altcoin season in November. Remember, like super short, but altcoins were going up. So this is the time when altcoins were exploding, performing really well. I expect that, oh, sorry, that we are going to have something like this. And we again will go to like 55%, around 55%. That's really my idea. And I know that I'm taking a bigger risk, but I'm taking a bigger risk with the opportunity to invest more into altcoins and to profit more from the altcoin investment than from the Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin already had a phenomenal run. And as you can see, we're most probably going to go to the upper Fibonacci limits. We're going to go above 100,000. But the altcoins, they will explode actually even more. Because if you take a look at like Ethereum, right? You showed Ethereum on the screen. In my eyes, it's an extremely oversold chart. If we zoom out, right? If we zoom out and we basically see the previous year, like remember 2022 bear market, we're at the same level. We're at the same level as the bear market of last year, of 3 years ago. So I think for such a big coin and a big ecosystem as Ethereum is simply, it's a very oversold condition. And if I take a look at the stochastic indicator, it confirms me as well. Like Ethereum is extremely oversold, oversold, oversold. And every single time when we are oversold on stochastic, we like go crazy up, crazy.
Yeah, and that is the perfect moment for accumulate some altcoins because the people is focusing a lot in the Bitcoin and
Yeah,
letting the altcoins alone. So
exactly.
that the idea you push, it's a good one about the dominance. When the people is not looking to the altcoins, it's the best moment for the buy because you buy in Black Friday, buy cheap for sell
Exactly.
higher later. When the people is buying higher, we buy in cheap.
Exactly. Because if you go to Twitter, most people are talking about Bitcoin. If I scroll, they're talking about this FOMC meeting that's happening right now. You see immediately Bitcoin live price. Some people are shitting on altcoins like will probably value less, because people lost money on altcoins a lot.
Yeah.
Again, if you started saying in 2020, I can see how you would feel this way. Like I don't know. It seems like people are like some people understand. Like I follow people that actually understand investment. So some people sure they do. but most people are just focusing on Bitcoin, and that's why coins like you mentioned Solana, right? I think Solana will have a very good time as well.
Yeah, Solana, maybe I believe that can go to $1,000 in the next out season.
Well, 1,000 would be very crazy, don't you think so? Like the market cap should increase by a lot to go to 1,000. I think that would be, yeah, that would be a bit
Yeah,
difficult.
I believe that because the new hype of the meme coins, so that can push big volumes at Solana. I remember when the Trump coin was released, the Solana pumped like crazy.
Yeah,
So when new altcoins comes to Solana or meme coins, that's can be a good signal for Solana.
yeah, I can imagine that. And what about the Trump coin? Are you buying it? Like, what's your take on the Trump coin?
Trap coin I buy on the release. I made a little bit money on that, but after the big dump, I lose expectations for the coin.
Yeah, yeah. So to trade those kind of smaller coins, basically, or basically to trade on a smaller time frame, I developed this strategy. I want to also show it to you. I don't know how good it is on the Trump coin. I personally don't trade Trump coin because it's very speculative, and it's very hard to trade speculative coins, right? It's very
Yeah,
hard.
right.
And
Especially the meme coins because that can go 100, 200, 300% up, but can dump
yeah,
500, 600% in one day.
correct. Yeah, so meme coins, basically no chance. I also not trading meme coins. Um, Coins like Trump, I think it is extremely hard to trade. The problem with those coins is that they actually trend down most of the time. They just
Yeah,
trend down. So you're much better shorting those coins. Like like look, it is crazy. We go down, 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 and only now recently we had this pump when Trump announced that Trump holders will have this gala dinner. So it pumped for like what, 4 days, 5 days maybe, and now again it's retracing from the 16th to 10. So in the last week it retraced 35%. It is crazy.
yeah,
It is
that's
crazy.
a lot.
Um, Anyways, what are your favorite altcoin purchases? What kind of altcoins you are looking into?
My favorite coin is Monero, but that's not in the hype for now. I love Monero. I like Solana pretty much. Ethereum, more or less, and Chainlink. Chainlink, it's first love. I
Yeah,
love.
Chainlink. Maybe you can share Chainlink's chart. I'm actually very interested into Chainlink myself. I have Chainlink. I bought it 2 months ago, so I'm currently in a loss. But I really believe that Chainlink will perform well and go beyond its all-time high.
Yeah, that's a coin can have some deployments like XRP, maybe because they have a good project and good tools for the people uses on their project. That's a real uses. I remember in 2015, 2016, the coins are so different. Not meme coins or that's crazy stuff yeah, today. It's a utility coin. That's a, I think the crypto market showed recovery from the past because we need utilities for blockchain and for money.
Yes, especially the privacy coins, right? Look, like
Yeah,
Monero, they said they're gonna block Monero, but there was not a big sell-off in the market, right? I want to open up Monero and see. No, there was actually I don't see any sell-off at all. And Monero survived perfectly, and it's slightly grinding up.
yeah, Monero and Litecoin, it's good for payments. If you want privacy, Monero. If you want fast payments and good price, stable price, Litecoin is the best one. That's so hard. Litecoin gets below $60. That's 18 today, 89. I think let me check that.
Yeah,
Yeah, $87. That's pretty good price for the payment.
right, right. Do you want to share your skin once again and walk maybe through some interesting price points? Where would you consider buying a specific altcoin or maybe even Bitcoin so we can actually set up price targets there?
Yeah, of course. Let me share the screen.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with the Litecoin. Litecoin, it's a little bit stable coin. But let's see here. I see that's a major point for keep eyes in. That's I draw the Fibo visually. I have that's a little bit in the mind. Okay, that's the best points. I see 130 as a 88. I like to draw a little bit below of the max point because the false breakouts. So we can see here that's a very strong zone. The price gets so hard to broke on that. But I hardly believe if that happens, this breakout of 130, maybe the price can go to 180 or $200. 200 is very hard without out season. Let's see the max price. Okay, max price in the last bull run was $400 for Litecoin. I don't think 400 is the possible for now, but the maximum of 130, 140, it's a good price for the Litecoin. And the last year, I think indicator I have that takes this pump. Let's check
Yeah, let's check it
here.
out.
4 hours. Okay. No, no, no. 2023. Let's see. Okay, it's there. We need basically some pattern like this for the bull run start. We can see the bull run of the Litecoin start in the 130. That was a kickstart of the movement. We see a beautiful channel. It's there. Wait, that's lagging a little bit. Okay. That's basically the pattern we need to happen right now. After the breakout of 130, 114, for sure, the Litecoin will start a big run. The
Okay.
last one was 16%.
Well,
As I told, the Litecoin is not so a pump coin or a coin for expect big movements. But for stability, that's good one. Very good one.
okay, but don't you think that with so much altcoins in the market right now, for it will be very difficult for Litecoin to achieve similar gains to the previous bull market? Because in
Yeah,
2021 there were not that many altcoins available in comparison to today.
yeah, that's true. I remember Neo USDC. That's coin
Yeah.
has a good ecosystem in the staking and that stuff. That was a new team years ago. That's a good coin. Let's see the 88 of Neo. Okay, 6 months. Neo was the maximum price of 114. That's
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, that's beautiful gem for now. That's $5 now. That's
But
real.
do you really think that Neo can still perform? Don't you think that will slowly bleed and will be forgotten between that many altcoins?
Yeah, I love the old altcoins. I think they can like become a phoenix like a doji. Doge, I never believe that could be above 50 cents or something like that. And that surprised me, 2021. That's a
Yeah,
big surprise. That's why I love old coins. That's
yeah, you're right.
2000% of pump.
I kind of think that Doge is a good gem. I really believe so because it already retraced a lot, and it's a coin that simply traded. It's the OG meme coin. I think it will stay in the market forever.
Yeah, and for the 88, it's 300%. That's nothing. That's from 2000%. 300, it's nothing.
Yeah, I think that's doable. I think that is doable as well. So now you're also more bullish on the altcoins rather than Bitcoin in the next couple of months.
Yeah, yeah. For the bull run, I believe in the old altcoins can have a good performance. And dot, it's Polkadot, it's a good one. I believe can go in high prices. Let's see another dot XRP. I don't like so much. Logicon
What about Stellar? Did you expect that Stellar will perform that well?
XLM. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's pumps. Oh, that's great. That's pump 200% in this year. No, this year. Yeah, no. Last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
That's
It did. What was it? Was I think last year, the end of last year when XLM exploded.
whoa. That's a good signal. I don't think that's can go to $1. Maybe can. We have to calculate the market cap and total supply. That's affect a lot the max price of the coins. Imagine an altcoin getting top one in coin market cap, and the Bitcoin goes to top two. That's basically impossible to happen.
Yeah, I think it's impossible. I
Yeah,
really think it's impossible this to happen.
one coin that's reached 100,000 first. The BTC was Young Finance. That's a solid project. I think that can go to very high price in the altcoin season. 100,000 for the altcoin. That's first altcoin gets 100,000 in first of the BTC 2020. I don't know
Yeah,
if you see.
but I remember Iffy. Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I remember. Yeah, yeah, it's Iffy, correct. I remember when it was big in the previous bull market, but then again, it was something happened with the project, and got kind of forgotten.
I don't see that by the news that something serious happened today.
But people kind of switch to another projects and they leave, right? What I really like is actually I like DeFi Llama, and because DeFi Llama shows how much TVL is in every DeFi project in every ecosystem. So if I
Yeah,
put Yearn right now, well, I don't see much action happening in the TVL actually. At the previous peak, there was 6 billion locked in the Yearn smart contract, but now it's only about 200 million. It dropped by crazy 90 80 90% already.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's no so much.
yeah, you see it kind of feels that people are forgetting it, that people are switching their focus into something else.
Yeah, 5 billion to 300 million. It's very huge gap.
Yeah, and it's
200.
really a big question whether people will simply start going there and trading it. I personally don't think so. I don't really believe because the TVL is just going down for the consecutive 4 years. Like, what has to happen in order for this altcoin to explode?
I think AV it's a good chance because we can see
Yeah, look,
the
yeah,
growth in
exactly.
CVL.
But that looks the opposite, right? It's like we already smashed the all-time high in comparison with the 2021, and now it's already turning up. So this is something that I would be personally very interested in. And actually, I don't hold AV, but I want to check the chart because this is something very nice from what I see.
Yeah, and the increasing the holdings of the people the TVL on the Ethereum that's grow so much as USD. as we can see. USD is very unstable, but at it's a very parabolic price. Let's see the 2024, 2025. Let's see that. That's a very good growth.
Yeah, yeah, I
11
agree with
million
that.
for 2 million ether, 3 million ether. That's good.
What's your strategy when you're choosing altcoins, right? You say, okay, yeah, you have your the ones that you like you mentioned the OG coins, you like Solana as well. And when you're approaching new altcoins, like how do you choose them to trade? Which ones do you trade?
I check on the CoinGlass the some parameters of the altcoin, the open interest, the liquidations, and the volume. Based on the volume and the liquidations, I can think looking the major exchanges like Bybit, Binance, and Hyperliquid for some device. With this data, we can see the altcoin was most hot in the moment, and the big positions at each coin. The holders, if the holders and the majority of the holders are short term, we're gonna short. If the majority it's long term in the longs, you're gonna into the longs. The liquidations whole less is better for the short for the long side, of course. And that's a sum of patterns I look in the altcoins for can trade.
Okay, so you're basically looking at the high volume altcoins, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see. We jumped into market cap. That's interesting. That's interesting.
In the open interest, we can see the exchanges have the best volume for each coin. So that's a good factor for the liquidity. Let's see the Trump coin. We can see the open interest, it's always decreasing. That's bad. In the top 10 exchanges. If the top 10, the open interest is down, we can think the market's going down in the certain time, not immediately, but it takes 1 day or 5 hours or 1 week for that happens. Let's see, Ondo. And now let's compare with the chart of the Ondo USDT. It's 1 hour. We see the downtrends forming since let's see 2 weeks. We see the price going down. So now let's see rising open interest. See, I think a coin called the pumping. Let's see link. The link still the same, but we see the value is very little
Yeah.
based on the last one. The link has so big pump for now. The open interest maybe showed and down because it is has sent dump of previous week. The link pump 20% and down summarized 12%. That's a good one. And recovering after the rejection in the zero of the Fibonacci. It's still a little bit downtrend, but not so much.
How long do you think that the bull market is gonna last?
I think after the BTC breaks the 9,000 price, 9,000, let's see here, 4 hours, 90,000, 98,000, 98. The
Okay.
market would be very euphoric and start buying like crazy everything.
So we will go into kind of this final blow of top, like this mania phase, right? Where people just buy everything because they think
Yeah,
that the bull market is back. And
yeah.
then how much it will last? When do you think that it will be like, let's say, the end and the prices will start falling?
Naturally, the PC has 6 months down, 6 months up. If that
Mhm.
rule is still working in that bull run, I think that could be 200,000 2 years, more or less, because the hype of new 88 and the new traders, new people coming, new institutions, new ETFs.
Mhm.
The market needs the Trump take easy. With the market, Trump is a little bit hard, but that's for good reason.
I see. I see. So you don't think that we're gonna go into like prolonged bear market like we did in 2022, where like for 1 year everything was more or less falling down?
Yeah, I think the effects of boom the beer marketing comes in that time, 6 months, 1 year.
I see.
Yeah,
I
let's
see.
see stock to flow bits. That's a very good
Aha,
picture.
you follow the stock to flow model. I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. So now we should actually already go, right? It's like we're kind of even a little bit late. We should go to this final blow of top phase.
yeah, we can see here. That's why it's basically same pattern is forming
Mhm.
from 2030 for today. After the breakout, maybe we can see 200,000, of course.
Well, 200,000 would bring a lot of profits to me. I would be very happy if that happens.
Oh, ours will be made. Let's say for 200,000 should be a dream.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's very true. Um, all right.
I have a Solana trade here.
And
That's
how's it going? Let's go through the live trades.
yeah, I have a little bit money on that the IDX. I like the IDX because let's see if you can buy a little here. Because they have uh, reward for trading that automatically rewards. As example, place market order
Uh-huh.
and boom, the market's filled and I come here in the rewards coming in the IGX. We can stake directly the IGX earned with the trading.
Okay.
That's like market make stuff. We trade, provide liquidity, and get the tokens of the exchange as rebates. That's very, very, very nice. For each one sol, we get 0.05 GIGX in rewards for trade.
Okay, and then you can simply withdraw the DIDX to your Web3 wallet.
Yeah, immediately. We click here, we set the amount
Oh
of
yes,
GIGX and config transfer, and that goes.
I see. And there's also like a competition. Compete for $2 million. That's crazy. Up to
Yeah,
2 million in rewards.
we accumulate points also. That points, it's monthly converted into the USD. The rate of points is 1 point for one USD. So that's good. That's good. It's two ways to earn here. Trading and getting the IGX back, be the fees, and trading and providing volume to get the IGX points for change for the dollars. Here it's
Right.
the
That
leaderboard of the traders. Have a big guys, see 1 million points, 300,000 points. And I like some things in DeFi because we can see the data very, very, very clear. So that's a big benefit of the DEX. 119, let's see here.
all
My
right. That is actually very cool. You are at around number 500, so that's not bad. That's
yeah,
not bad.
I was in 19. It's here. It's me here. The salt trade here. That's
Ah,
my
we can see your historic position. That's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah. Along with Savannah yesterday, I 146. I approve $16.
Let's check what the numbers first top three people are doing right now because we can see their position. That is actually very interesting. From the what the top three people are doing in the from the leaderboard.
Let's see. The top three. Let's see the
Wow,
collateral.
a lot. Okay,
Yeah. Collateral 233,000. It's his wallet.
okay.
He have 8,000 on the longs of interest and 28,000 on the short interest.
But in general, you see unrealized at the moment he's minus $100. And can we see his total wallet, like how his wallet was performed before historic
Yeah,
positions?
that's because this one, this and this. He has only little positions. Maybe that's a market maker. He opened little
Yeah, yeah, very,
positions for
very small position. I see just a couple of $100. And what about historical position? Also, he was placing like
yeah,
smaller
let's see
orders.
the
Okay,
historical. Yeah, he's a market maker. Only small positions.
I see. Yeah, yeah. Well, he's probably then competing for the points, right? He's opening and closing many position. Probably that's why he wants to position yourself on the leaderboard. What about the other guys? Like, oh wow, look, total collateral 17 million.
Yeah,
Amazing.
losing 1
What
million.
almost 1 million in the loss. That is crazy, man.
33 million on the short open interest. That's big, big, big open interest for the shorts. Oh, but nice position. Historically, it's nice ones. I think the Hyperliquid have the best rates. I don't have trades in Hyperliquid, but it's a very famous exchange of the DEX.
Yeah, so I'm also planning to trade more on Hyperliquid right now because they have a lot of tokens.
Yeah. I like Apex, but have little liquidity. The IGX have little liquidity also. We can see a lot of gaps on the chart.
Yeah, yeah.
Not so
By the
good.
way, I wanted to ask you, what's your plan with the Solana position? Where do you think it will go? Do you have a stop loss and take profit set up?
Yeah, I have stop loss there in 143. It's a little bit below of my liquidation price. I think that price cannot be reached so easy because it's below the last pump. So this is a very, very huge volume. It's there. Maybe big positions of the release are there. So I think the Solana can go to 159, 160. I opened this long because the live of the Fed today
Okay.
that's going to push the BTC and some altcoins for good prices. That's a mid risky trade.
Okay. Well, that's nice. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's see Hyperliquid and stats no leaderboards. Okay, it's here.
Yeah, leaderboard is always very interesting, right? To see like the best perform. Okay, so we can see leaders. Okay, I have a question actually. So if we can see the leaders according to the PNL and ROI, we can basically copy trade them and make huge money, can't we?
Yeah, yeah, of course. We can copy trade them. I think he has a option for copy trading. No, I think no.
But there are some other tools that allow to copy trade. There's even some Telegram bots and some kind of bots that allow to copy trade Hyperliquid. Yeah, yeah. There are some tools already.
Yeah,
Sniping.
these are that's one I don't know.
But can you see their open positions? Like for example, the stop trader with millions in balance. How much?
Yeah, yeah, we can check the day trades and maybe automate the open positions with the wallet. We can copy the wallet.
What is top two guys are doing with like how much money they have? That's crazy, man. Convert to
Let's see, top
multis.
two. It's there. No, that's spot
But here it says per second value 1,000, so that's not that much.
perhaps 100,000. No, that's deploy of I think smart contracts of the users. That's so much money for one
Account
week.
value, that's 10 million or 10 billion.
10 billion.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. That's maybe a vault of the hyperliquidity for liquidity and for that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The wallet. Coinless, no, IT Foundation. Let's see that. Hyperscan. Okay, let's see. Oh, right, that's one. That's one we can. Let's back to here. The leaderboards. Let's copy
The address.
this up. Okay, individuals.
Here. Uh-huh.
Hyperscan. Let's go. Perfect. That's it. Order activity. Activity. Okay, we can see the are the transfers of this account, the deposit amount, the withdrawal.
And you see this guy stopped trading, so he stopped. Last trade was in January this year.
Yeah,
So
300,000 perpetuals and 2 million on the spot value. Okay, great. Vaults. No. Let's try think. I think I can know who we can find a guy.
yeah, oh yeah, I know this. This is a
Yeah,
good guy.
Ash is very good guy. I It's very famous here in Twitter. No. It's leading. Okay, let's see that wallet what is. No has the wallet wallet for copying the page. Yeah, that's really open 70 million short position on BTC. That's
It's
why
40x. Well, it's a
yeah,
short trade probably, right? Because it's 40x, so I don't think he will keep it for a long time.
yeah, that's why it's today. Okay. Arkan. You can know Arkan?
Yeah, Arkham Intelligence.
Yeah. Let's see. Trade no markets, no points. Problem. No.
You trying to find that wallet right now, or what exactly you trying to do?
Yeah, the people for search the people.
Uh,
Let's see. USA. Okay. That's so big holding. Do you think? Do you believe the U.S. Treasury should sell some Bitcoin, or they will accumulate the Bitcoin for the Federal Reserves there?
that's a good question actually. Well, I believe that they should trade it. I mean, they can trade it and they can try to make money. That's all about it is, right? What else are they going to do with Bitcoin? Why would they need it? They would need to maximize their dollar value, is what they care. So they should buy and sell. Look, they even hold it Matic for a while. You see, they sold some Matic. 3 weeks ago, the US government sold Matic. Okay.
Yeah. Hold
But the
check.
question is like, they have to hire smart traders and somebody who can manage it.
Yeah, they make a lot of profit on that, 500 million in profits
Oh,
with the holdings.
when was it? So they sold some of it.
No, I think that's the holding the token price increase. We can see
Got
here
it.
the value of the holding was 2 billion in 2021, and
Yeah.
grow
But
to
but the reality, so from what I read is that they're not actively buying. They're simply, if they confiscate cryptocurrencies, they put it in the treasury. But that's it, right? They're not buying cryptocurrencies.
yeah, scam projects. They seize the coins,
Yeah.
thieves, the scammers, everything's there. Token balance story.
Oh, eventually they sell. I believe eventually they sell.
Yeah, they sell 2050 and 2020, and later on only accumulating. You see big gap of the sell of the bitcoins. It's 100,000, 200,000 BTC and go to zero basically.
Yeah, yeah. This was after the marketplace, the illegal marketplace. I forgot the name, right? The Silk Road.
Yeah, that's the point. 200,000 BTC. That's a lot BTC. If they holding that at now, of course, that should be above 50 billion of the holdings.
Yeah, it's about the same amount that they are holding right now, right? They are holding like about 200K.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 70K. Yes. That takes 3 years, 2 years for recovering the total balance.
Yeah. All right. I actually have a small challenge for you. I currently have two open position on one of the exchanges, and I want to ask your opinion. What do you think? What I should do with them? Should I like? When should I close them? When should I potentially DCA into them? So, just to at the very end, I want to now share my screen and kind of ask your opinion, ask your professional advice. What you think about it? Okay,
Okay.
let's do it. I'll show you one of my portfolios. I'm sharing my screen right now. Right here, so in that BTCC, I currently have three positions open. Um, yeah, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. So I have XRP with 1x leverage, Celestia with 2x, and the Ethereum with 2x leverage. At XRP, I'm about kind of the same price, so nothing like minus 1%. So there's nothing. I just opened it yesterday. Celestia is the worst one, like minus 32%, and Ethereum is the best one, it's plus 13%. I will open each position and kind of ask for your advice. What do you think? What I should do with them?
Okay.
Here's the XRP. Here's the XRP chart. Well, I opened it as you can see just yesterday, and yeah, nothing much happened since then.
I think XRP, and you can see $2 as exit price. And I believe after the
As a take profit, right?
no, stop loss. It's two
Sorry,
dollars.
sorry. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, and it hoped that maybe to 3.5, 3.2. And I believe after the ATF of XRP, maybe the price can go very higher. I think the feelings in the SEC about XRP it's done. It's gone. No have more nothing about XRP in the SEC. So that's a very good signal for the XRP.
Okay,
I
okay.
I think that projects die a little bit in the years because
Yeah,
the Gary XRP, if I'm not wrong, that was a top two or top three in the market. It's Ethereum,
yeah. I
it's,
remember. I
and
remember when everybody was comparing XRP with Ethereum, and they were thinking. Many people were thinking that XRP will overcome Ethereum's market cap and eventually become number two.
yeah. I believe the XRP only don't get the top two and beat Ethereum because all the feelings they get. That was very damage for the company.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so you're bullish on XRP. So you say that that's nothing wrong holding the position. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to Celestia, to the ugliest one, minus 32%.
Oh, the funding
Yeah,
ratio it's positive. That's not so good. If the funding ratio it's negative, you can hold the coins and earn
yeah,
some fees. Be the holding. That's good for little leverage because you get a little APR only for hold
yeah,
the coin. And if the funding rate is positive and you have a big position or some position you pay $1 or $2, each 8 hours, that's bad because you're paying $2 for each 8 hours. So you lose more money than closing the stop loss because you paying the fees each hours and you're losing money because the coin getting down.
Yeah.
Celestia, maybe you can close 10% only for make a medium price, then wait the $5 or $6. It's a very big pattern in you in the daily charts, but the short term maybe it's $4, 3.5.
Yeah, that's exactly my target actually, about 3.5. That
Yeah,
was my plan to close
that's
it just
reasonable
before 3,
price.
3.8. I actually didn't expect to break the support. I expected, yeah, you can say I bought it somewhere here like 10 days ago or so. And I expected it to continue up, but right after I bought it, it started simply crashing down. And now it looks like, hey, we maybe it created like some kind of a support right here. And maybe from here it will slightly start grinding up.
Yeah, we have the box of the breakout I shown the Ethereum charts.
Mhm.
You can draw the one box in the pattern from the start of the draws at
Mhm.
the actual market price. That's
Mhm.
should be a demand and supply zone, and we see the movement is very similar from the now from the 50 to today. That's very similar pattern.
Okay, well, you are good in identifying patterns. Look at the weekly. Look at the weekly. I mean, for me, this chart is even hard to believe. Sorry, I have to zoom in slowly. It takes time to zoom in. But the weekly chart of Celestia, this is the ugliest chart I've ever seen. Actually,
Yeah,
you see,
that
from the listing, we
very
basically came back to the
that's,
listing price. I think the listing price was about $2. We came back, and it's kind of we are hovering around the listing price. That's why I opened this position because I thought, okay, it should not fall below the listing price during the bull market. It should not fall below, $2.
yeah, that's 10x opportunity, very easy.
The same. I think that's a real an opportunity to kind of go up. Maybe even make 100% profit or something like that. Yeah, and then we have Ethereum. Ethereum is in a slight profit. I opened it about 2 weeks ago at 1.6, 1.68. Yeah,
Yeah, it don't have a so nice pattern now.
yeah.
I think that's a dual button in the 4 hours. We have 2 4 hours open. Checking the 4 hours. I think that's dual
4 hours.
button. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Checking the weekly. Let's see if that's weekly.
On the
You
week.
have weekly open before.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. That's a dual button, maybe. You, I don't see that before. That's very
Like a
interesting.
double bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah, it could be. Could be. I mean, we made the bottom here. Well, we made a higher low here.
yeah.
I mean, we are slightly trending down. Like the question is, are we going to overcome this moving average? This is 10 week moving average. So I think that's
Oh,
it. And we're currently getting rejected. So it doesn't look that good right now. But
and
I think it has to maybe get rejected and then it will simply fly through the roof once it gets above it.
let's try to see the moving average of 200 days. You keep the source as close, and the 5 and the 10 you place 20 on the 5 and 25 on the second one. The 20 you go put the the source as open, and the 25, oh, open, no, sorry, and the high, oh, lower, it's 20, it's low, because that's 20, yeah, 25 is high. And let's see how that looks. That's a good combo for users
This
to
one
take.
I've actually never tried. So moving average 25 high, 20 low, and then 200 close.
Yeah,
Okay, that's interesting one.
you can see, look, after the breakout of the 2025, we have the explosion, and after the 200, we have the confirmation and continuation of the price.
Yeah.
When the, let's see, when the 25 crosses with the 20, the trend change.
Okay, the 25 across. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
And
I
look in
see.
the very, very, very in the left, and the last place in the left in the charts. Yeah, yeah,
Here,
and that's cross, perfectly.
correct. So, so here we had a positive trend, and then one more time. Got it. Here, basically, the 20 across 25, we run. Here, kind of the
Yeah.
same. Okay. But here we crossed, and then we went straight into the bearish.
And after breaks the 200, the max dumps more, much more.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Here we broke the 200, and then we go. Here we broke 200 to the downside. We immediately went down. Here the same to the downside. We immediately go down. And now's the time for a new run, I would say, right? It's a time for a new run.
Yeah, the time to the run. Maybe 4,000 or three and a half. That's
Yeah,
a good
100%.
run.
We must retest. We must at least retest the zone. Like when you look at it, as you mentioned before, it's a liquidity zone. All this, all
Yeah.
this.
You can add also the OBV, its on balance volume. That's good for takes the increased volumes and combine with the moving averages for you know the strength of the movement.
Okay. How do you analyze OBV yourself? Like, it was falling most of the time. I mean, we don't have much data to be honest.
Yeah, I like checking the 1 day it's little that data, and because they takes the open of the daily at the actual moment and checking in 50 minutes.
Means okay.
Okay, nice. You see the volume is increasing since the last hours, so that's it's basically how more volume on the OBV better for the price. When the volume is down, the open interest is down, then it's time to sell.
Oh, the volume is increasing as we speak. Wait, or it's just a bug. Wait, um, 1.5 million. Really? Okay.
I don't know if that it takes only of exchange or that takes everything, but I think it's only in the exchanges the people is trading
Yeah,
any.
but you see, that's a huge difference. Look at here.
Yeah, let's
Well,
grow 10x the volume.
yeah, and same price, man. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's very odd. Price didn't change much. Price really didn't change. It was consolidating, but the volume, like, I'm wondering whether this volume is actually legit.
yeah. I think the OBV is keep the price more stable. If the OBV is very low, the volatility is more. When the OBV is more higher, the volatility I think it's less. It's more stable prices.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would basically, to all three positions, you say that I should leave these positions open. I should not touch them. On the right side, you can see the funding fee. Well,
Yeah,
except the
look there.
deposit. Yeah, doesn't look that good, right?
As usual, when the bull markets, the funding fee is very hardly go negative. That's
Yeah,
a bad thing about bull markets for the perpetuals. But when the funding
yeah.
rates are 1% negative, it's your position size. For example, you open a million position, not in margin, but position size. So that 1 million, it's divided by 1%. So that 1%, it's your profit for the fund fee. So you profit 1% of 1 million if 4 hours or 8 hours. That's huge.
Yeah, that's
That's
huge.
very, very huge. Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah, so funding fee is an important factor actually that we always always take a look at and analyze. To be honest.
Yeah, and the people, as usual, don't know much about that.
True.
They think the fund fees, no, it's a little fee. That's no have sense. That's no matter. But yes, that's matter. And that's
Yeah,
matter a lot.
that matters. That matters. All right. Okay. Awesome. And thank you very much for going through the positions. I think we can, yeah, slowly finalize it. It was really good first session with you. We should do more of these sessions. We should trade live. We should take our money and then we should trade live. Let's do it in the next one.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Awesome. So thank you very much for attending. Let's have a call maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, and let's open up some live trades.
Sure. Ours is a pleasure.
Awesome, man. Talk to you.
Talk
See
to
ya.
you, man. See ya.